All right, perfect. So we're gonna start with doing comps on a property, a real world example, and then after that we're gonna write up the contract. Delana, I will have you share your screen, not now, but when we get to the point of actually writing up the contract, I'm gonna have you open up SkySlope so then we can start writing the contract there. All
Okay.
right. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And what I want to start with anytime that I'm running comps is I want to start with, let me move this out the way. I want to start with the actual property that is on the market. Right? I want to see what it looks like. Now, you've been out, you've been to the property, you've seen the property. So it's gonna be a little bit different because you got a good set of eyes on it, right? But I'm gonna use your descriptions of everything to see to give me an idea. But sometimes you might have a client where you're on the listing side, you're the listing agent, and they're telling you about the property. They want you to give them some comps, which you cannot really give them a firm, solid amount, purchase price or sale price. You would have to give them a roundabout. Now, how do you do that when you haven't seen the property? Maybe they can send you some pictures. Maybe they just give you a visual description. You ask them some questions about upgrades, updates, how many number of baths, how many bedrooms, number of garages, does it have a basement? Is the basement finished? Things of that nature, right? Square footage. So this is kind of a hybrid because I haven't seen it, but you've seen it, but it is on the market, so it does have pictures. So let's start with the property itself. What is the address or the MLS number of that property?
MLS number is 119-36205.
Okay, right here for 142.
Yes.
Let's check it out. That is the smart bar that I'm using up top. I like to use the smart bar. You notice with the smart bar, you can even put clients' names in, right? It's better than the old way it used to be. So I love using that smart bar. Okay. So the first things I want to look at is I want to see the pictures. What does this place look like? It's brick. Okay. Looks like they might have did the side and then the front at the top. All right. This property looks like it probably has no basement, but we'll see. It's nice. It's out there. They did some laminate flooring. Are those countertops granite?
No.
Okay. They're nice. Got some stainless steel in there. I don't see a microwave, but it's clean. Probably about what, 1,000 square feet, maybe?
Yep. It's 1,000 square feet.
Yeah, I could
They have it
tell it's
listed at 5,000, but it's 1,000.
yeah, I could tell it's kind of small. I really like how they did this bathroom. That's
Mm-hmm.
nice with the black trim. I like that. Okay. 3 beds. Okay, there's the washer and dryer. Looks like they did the electrical. The panel looks new. Did you check to see if it had breakers in it? The switches?
No, I didn't.
Okay, no problem. That's something to check for when you go in the houses just to see the electrical, if they got breakers in or old bulbs. But I imagine just seeing that box and seeing everything that they done here, it's probably switches, breakers in there versus
Okay.
the old screw bulbs or the old breaker box, right? But I see the laundry is on this floor, so I'm definitely assuming there's no basement.
Yep.
Right? Big backyard, big front yard. It's on a nice piece of land. And that tree probably needs to come down, but they already trimmed it. Doesn't have AC. I don't see a unit right there, but it might be over there.
I think it's on the right side of the home, but it has central air.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now I got an idea of what to compare this to. I see that the list price is 142,000, is originally listed at 143. Price has dropped on this property. List market time over here. If you don't know where I'm at, I'm over here on this, sorry, over here on this side over here, right? So I'm looking at the price, but also I'm looking at the time that's on market. It says 153, 153. What does that mean? Why does it say 153 two times, right? You see right there, it says list time and then total time. There used to be back in the day only one number. So what realtors would do would they would take it off market and then relist it to make it look like it was a brand new fresh listing. Well, now they're like, no, we caught on to that. So sometimes you'll see this number is two different numbers. You might see a two right here, but then 153, meaning that it's really been on the market for 153 days, not 2 days, but they just relisted it for some reason. Another thing that you want to look out for is come over here to the additional information side, right? And if you scroll down, let's see, let me scroll. Oh, matter of fact, while we're here, sometimes you will find disclosures. There's the radon disclosure right there. They did not update the lid. They did not update the property disclosure. They did not put those on here. Why? I don't know. It doesn't mean it's a red flag. Could have just been the realtor just didn't do it, right? And they got to get around to it, or their assistant didn't do it. But there's a disclosure right there. Sometimes you'll find other documents. Right here also is a good place to go. If this house has been on the market for 153 days, has it had any offers? Go to listing and property history. Has it had any offers? Okay. Did y'all see the pop up that just popped up right there? This screen over here, did it just pop up with a new screen? Did you see that?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Because sometimes Zoom doesn't show the screens. Okay, so you can see right here what's been the history of this property. It's been 153 days. Okay, so it was originally listed. These are old 2014, 2016, but you can see right here, 2023, it was brand new. It was new. It was a draft to new, new to active. Price change here. It was at 153. It went down to 149. Okay, price change here. So they did a price change. That's the same day, 119, 119. I don't know why it's on there twice. Price change to active. Okay, it just updated the status. After a while, it just goes back to active. Still the same price. Active to price change. They did another price drop, 142 from 149 to 142. List price. It's the same thing. It just that's how the system updates. Price change to active. Active to contingent. It went under contract on 223. If you see contingent, CTG, or you see pending, PEND, then that means it went under contract. Now, what happened? Some people say, well, it went under contract. Well, what happened? Well, let's see. How long was it under contract before it came back to market? Almost 2 months. This does not symbolize a red flag to me. This does not say there was something wrong with the property or something like that. This says to me, likely somebody's financing fell out of the bottom.
Yep.
They kept this thing going for a while. They were working with the buyer, and the buyer, excuse me, I'm not feeling well today. The buyer financed couldn't get financed for one reason or another. Okay. So here it went back to market. Now, if I saw it was only under contract for 5 days or a week or maybe even 9 days, now I'm gonna be a little bit concerned. Like, why did they back out? Was it due to repairs? Was it, something they didn't know? I might be a little bit concerned if it comes back to market quickly. It could have been cold feet. Sometimes that happens, right? But I'm gonna be a little bit more alert, and I might ask a question to the other realtor, and I might tell an inspector, hey, make sure you don't find anything with this house that's major, because it did come back to market pretty quickly. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's somewhere else that I would say is a good valuable tool. So I just kind of know what's going on with this house. Um, it sat for a while. It came back to it got under contract after it sat for a while. Now, the other thing that I'm taking into consideration is um, we're getting into a busy season as well. So you might look at this house where like, hey, it was on the market for 150 days or 130 days or whatever. It's probably going to sit another 130. No, not necessarily, because we're coming into more of a busy season as well. So it could go quicker this second time around than it did the first, but you just really don't know. Okay. So I'm looking over here. I can see number of beds, 3 baths, no basement right there. Number of uh, bathrooms right here. One. See, it says 1/0. If it said 1/1, that would mean it would be one full and one half bath. Okay, that would symbolize a half bath. This is just one full, no halves. Okay. All right, parking none. There's no garage. We saw that in the pictures, but it's good to notate because if you are comparing apples to apples, then you got to say, okay, well, this house may have a garage. This house does not have a garage, right? And that could be 20,000, 15, 20, 25,000 for a garage, especially if they got to lay the concrete slab, right? All right, property taxes. Not bad. 1989. Square footage is definitely wrong, right? Building assessed square footage 861. I don't know why they're saying this is the assessor 5,000. That's got to be a typo. All right. Um, just reading this up here. Back on the market. You almost missed a chance to own a cutie. Blah blah blah. Okay. What is anything in the listing notes? I like to look down here at the broker notes. These are private notes. These notes down here, your client, even though you're sending them these properties, they cannot see these notes down here. This is broker private remarks. Only you will be able to see this information and everything below it. Only you will be able to see that. They do not see any of this information down here. Sale terms is another thing that's very important to pay attention to. Because if your buyer has a FHA loan and you don't see FHA down here, then you might be spinning your wheels going to look at a property that they won't even accept FHA. Or if it says cash only and you got an FHA or conventional loan or VA, then there's no point in really looking at that property. Now, sometimes they won't have anything down here because the realtor will forget to put the sales terms. Then you have to manually call that listing agent and say, hey, will you accept conventional? Will you accept FHA? Right? Because sometimes they just forget. And I hate that because when you sort the the homes that you send your client, you might be sorting them by FHA homes that accept FHA. Keep in mind, especially if you're having difficulty finding someone something out of the homes that you sent them, you might have to go back and do a manual search to find homes where maybe nothing is listed right here because sometimes the realtors will forget, right? And there's a way of being able to do that as well where it's not as tedious, but it still is tedious. But we'll get into that on another time, another call. Okay, so now I have the address. Simple. I could just go here, copy the address. Right? And matter of fact, I think there's another way I can do this, but I can copy the address and then open up my tools up here and then go to Cloud CMA, or I believe I can do it like this, where I click, didn't want to do that, where I click over here, the checkbox. And I haven't done it like this in a while, but I think I can. I just want to test it out. And I believe I can go to Cloud CMA over here, even though it's green on the other one, it's blue over here. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me. Right. And then I can go boom, straight there, create new CMA. It should just take me right in. If not, I'll do it the other way. Okay, perfect. It's all linked because I'm all logged in and all of that. So two ways you could do it. I hope y'all saw that or not. Come back, watch the video again. Two different ways you can get to your Cloud CMA. Okay, name. I always just put the property address. That's why I copied the name first. I just put the property address. I don't put the client's name. I'm more focused on the property address. You can put the client's name if you choose to. Address. I'm putting the address here as well. Paste. Okay. All right. I want to make sure it populates. And I want to make sure it populates with the actual address because sometimes when it populates, it'll only populate the city and the state. And the zip, it won't put the actual address. So 7th, they got the word written out 7th, but I'm thinking that's the same. All right. 3 beds, 1 bath. Okay. Square footage, let's just say 1,000 square feet. Might be a little bit under that. If you're off a little bit, it's not too much of a big deal. residential property, I'm leaving that as is, right? Of course, if it was residential, let's say if it was a 2 unit, I would do residential income, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit, residential income. Um, and then, I could select the subcategory type, right? And I could go down to, I think they have one multi-unit 5 plus 2 to 4 units right there at the bottom. If it was a multi-unit, people always ask that question. But I'm gonna keep it residential because it's a house, right? It's not residential income, and then I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna do anything with it. But you see, if it was a townhome, you would do residential and attached single. If it was a condo, you would do residential and attached single. Okay. Or you could do condominium here. I always do attached single. I never really did condominium, but I guess you could do a condominium too. Okay. But since it's a house, I'm just leaving it um, none. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to scroll down. Now, when you do it the way that I just did it and you click that checkbox and you come over to the blue cloud CMA, it will, for some reason, automatically populate this MLS number. If you keep this MLS number in, it's only going to show that property. It's so weird. That's the reason why I never do it like this. I always just open up the tools over here at the top and then I go to my drop down and go to cloud because I'm avoiding having to erase this number. But either way you do it, it's fine. Just make sure this box is blank. Okay. I like to go back 20 homes. I like to go to 20 homes. And I like to go 1 year back. If you don't get any results, then you have to go back further than 1 year. Do not do this. Automatically find listings near subject property. I don't check this box. The reason why I don't check this box is because I found that sometimes it weeds out too many properties and it kind of throws me off. So let's fetch listings. See what happens. Okay. All right. So I pulled up the listing, the comps, I should say. And I don't like that it did this either. Because that's another reason why I do it. Because I like it to be in another window. Right? So I could just flip back and forth. But I kind of got an idea what the property looks like. So, long story short, don't do what I just did. I was trying to show you another way of doing it, and I should have did it the way I always do it because I do it that way for a reason. Where I would just have another window up here, and I could flip back and forth between the MLS. So there's a couple reasons why I do it the other way. Okay, so I like doing this on the laptop, even though I do most of my comps on the phone. I like doing it on the laptop because it shows me this map. When you do your comps on the phone using Cloud CMA, it does not show you the map. And you can see right there in purple, there's the subject property right there behind these properties. I know that's the subject property um, because I do these, right? So it's right in there, right? See if I can turn this thing. Well, you see where it's at, right? But it's right in there. So these properties are all pretty close. Then a 1 mile radius, maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles, something like that, right? So let's go through. I'm just gonna start eliminating stuff. So for one, I don't want to keep anything that is under contract. So you got over here green, you got 2 active, you got 3 pending, and you got 15 that are sold. So you got a lot of comps that sold. Hopefully they match up to what we're looking at. Uh, if you had expireds, a blue one that says expireds, I take off automatically right from the beginning. I take off all expires and I take off all actives. Okay, because they haven't sold. I take off actives. I'm gonna say this. I take off actives, I take off under contracts, and I take off expires. I'm just trying to keep the solds. I know some people say you should have two of each. Two actives, two solds, two under contracts. I'm looking at what is the appraiser going to be looking at. Now, why do they tell you should have two of each? So you can kind of give your client an idea of a general overall sense of what's happening in the market. But I don't like showing people actives because sometimes the actives could be way overpriced. right? So I might not put that on a report, but I might just show them on my phone or my laptop or something when I'm with them. But I don't like putting it on a report because some people say, send me the report. And if you send them the report with those on there and you're not there to really explain it to them, they automatically start saying, yeah, I want to list my house for that price. I see that the neighbors are doing it. Or they automatically say, no, these comps are too low. What are you talking about? My home is worth more than this because there's some outliers there, right? So never send the comps, especially if you got properties in those comps that you don't want to for them to compare them to. That might just be for you to have, because over here is going to give a summary of the prices, the low, the median, the average, and the high. And they're going to look at this number, and whatever this number is saying, or the high number, they're going to take that number. So unless your comps are based off of just sold properties that are very much comparable to the price that you want to list this house for or think that it should be listed for, do not send it to them. Sit down and have a conversation with them and explain it all. Okay. All right. Hope that makes sense. All right. So we're gonna go through this immediately. I'm just looking for yellows. All right, because I know I want to take the yellows off. Hasn't so. Now I'm not saying that I won't look at these, but I don't want them in my report. Okay. I'm taking the actives off, right? I'll come back and look at these. It says no price, right? But I'll come back and look at these, but I don't want them in my comps. All right, solds. We got 15 solds, so hopefully we got some good comparables. Okay, 3 beds, 1 bath. So now I'm just looking at any of these have 2 beds. If they got 2 beds, I'm taking them. Okay, boom. That's a 2 bed, and that's sold for 170. I am interested to see why that sold for 170 at a 2 bed. I am interested in that. Let's see, 2 bed. Okay. This is a 4 bed, but it's sold for 85,000. Now I can already see from these prices, 85,000 is probably not gonna be, it's probably gonna need some work, right? Or it's just so low. That's not, I'm taking that off right away because I know 2 bed, 79,000. Okay. Somebody either got a great deal or it needs some work. So I'm taking that off. All right, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. Okay, let me show y'all something else when you on a computer or on your phone. I like to stay organized. I like to drag these up. Okay. I just like to stay organized just so it's not confusing to me. So I'm gonna drag these out of the way, the ones that I don't need. Okay, as I start going through this. Okay. Pricing. I'm just looking at prices. Okay, 52,000, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. I'm taking that off. I already know. Even if it's a great deal, even if it was rehab, that's not going to be the norm. I'm taking the 65,000 off. Okay. I can just see right here. So now we're in the range of 103 to 169. Okay. Let's just start with the bottom. 103. Let's see what this looks like. Looks like it needs a roof right away. The roof is older, right? And I'm not even getting into it looks like they did a rehab here at one point, but it looks lived in. You can see on the side of the cabinets right there. It looks lived in. It's not as fresh, not as clean as the other one. Okay. So I'm gonna take this off. I don't feel like that's a good comp. And then it sold. This recently sold too, right? But Charm single family tire. New floors, renovation, home being sold as is. Okay. So that recently sold, but I think your house is going to be worth more than that. We'll put this one at the bottom. We'll come back and look at it if we need to. Let's see. What else? 109. Different style. You want to try to find ones that have the style. This definitely, your house is definitely better than this. This might have a basement, which it does. Somebody might really want a basement, but I'm telling you, people will choose the house that's more updated and not get the basement in a lot of situations. So I'm putting that one under the 103 because I'm not looking at. Matter of fact, those were both Harvey too. Now that I'm noticing this too, we got to watch out for that because they pull some Harvey as well. You see Phoenix, 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 Harvey, Harvey. So you got to watch out for that too on the address and the location because that can make a big difference. All right. Let's see. See, these Harveys are a little bit lower.
Aziz,
Go ahead.
I have a quick question. Is it any reason in particular that, when you did start it off at the first screen when you put in the address, is it a reason why a Harvey and like all those other locations is popping up? Shouldn't it only be Phoenix that come up?
It's gonna pull a radius. So this could
Okay.
be borderline Harvey.
It
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
is. It's really close to Harvey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just pulling a radius. Okay, not just pulling by city. It's gonna pull a radius. You could be on the west side of Chicago and it'll pull up some homes in Oak Park. And then you got a client that's trying to compare, like, hey, no, my home is worth 700,000. Nah, bro, that is Oak Park. Yeah,
Right.
you only a block or two away from Oak Park, but you can't use those comps. So,
Mm.
watch out for those, right, as well. So I'm trying to stay away from Harvey, right? That's Harvey right there. Okay, yeah. So we gotta watch that. So just watch these little things as well. South Holland pulled up. That's Harvey right there. Let me uncheck that. Harvey, I'm gonna uncheck that. Okay. We got Phoenix, Phoenix, Phoenix. We got a South Holland. South Holland is gonna be more expensive already. I know that, right? So let's go there. Uncheck that. So now we're looking at like we don't have as many comps as we thought we had. Phoenix, 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 Phoenix. Okay, we're in the one average range, 145. And this home was listed at
153. As well,
one
it's 142 now.
142. Okay. So we getting right there, median range, 142, 7. So it seems like without even looking at these, that it's priced right. All right. So let's check it out. Let's see. This is not brick. This is frame. Brick is always better. Got some decent square footage to it. Looked like it was some attachments. Need to do the yard, but not too bad. No garage. Does have a basement. Washer and dryer. Okay. Not bad. Might be chopped up a little funny. I don't know if you saw this house, but sometimes you can see like they might be chopped up a little weird. And the flow might not be there. And that could be a turn off. Let's see if we can see. This was sold. Oh, it was sold, so of course you didn't see it. This was sold 23, okay, of last year. Stayed on market 70 days. Okay. All right. Not bad because the other one stayed on market and that was at 140. The other one that you have has been on market for a while, even though it had a contract. It took a while to get a contract. Brick face and then siding around the sides. This is very clean. It is a frame home, has a basement. They were doing some type of framing in the basement. Might have had a little water seepage on the walls. You can see discoloration on the walls. Nice piece of land, two-car garage, sold for 155. Stayed on market 10 days. This was kind of a bigger home, better buy, right? Even though it says 1,000 square feet, that could be off a little bit. That could be under a little bit. All right, let's see 143. This is kind of like similar to your home, but your home looks better. Brick in the front. It's an ugly blue. But stayed on market 3 days. 143,000. All right. No pictures of the inside. Sometimes I want to say this. Sometimes if you don't see pictures here on the comps, you could take this address and go back to the MLS. When you put it in the MLS, sometimes it shows pictures. So what I'll do is I'll copy this right here, right? Just in case, because you don't want to cut corners either, man. You want to do your due diligence. Even though right now I could say I think that price is right. 142. Okay. This is similar to your style of home as well. Stayed on the market 95 days. 3 beds, 1 bath. Let's see what it looks like. 142. Nice. Nice. Nice color scheme. Cabinets. Okay. No refrigerator there. They might have installed one. Fixtures are nice. Yeah, this is nice. Everybody might not like the color. I like the color. All right. So that sold recently, 2024. Just sold No, I'm sorry. 7/11/2023. That was the day it would have expired. Okay. So I like it at that price. If I just want to double check myself, measure twice, cut once, I can go back, put this address in there. There's the one that closed right here. Let's just see if it got any pictures. Boom. You see what I'm saying? There goes some pictures, right? Okay. Not bad. Yeah, but yours is brick. Yours is brick. And it sold for 143. Actually, it sold above the listing price. Looked like they had some multiple offers or something like that, or they increased. Likely what they did here was they increased price to give the buyer, a little bit more seller credit. Because they probably wanted seller credit. They like, well, we'll increase price to give you that seller credit, but we're not taking the price down and giving you the seller credit, or giving it to you for full price and giving you seller credit, because the seller would have netted less money. So they probably said, we'll increase the price and then give you a seller credit, which then we walk away with what we want to walk away with as a seller. Okay. 142 is where you said your listing is at, your property is at. You just go back to your property. 142. Actually, let me check one more thing. I'm gonna tell you what my thoughts is. Did this have a garage? Parking. Space is 0. This doesn't have a garage either. Yeah, so for 143.4, yeah, your property could actually sell for a little bit above 142 because it does have a garage. They could push the issue, which is why they probably had it priced where they had it priced a little, before they did the price change. But homes don't always sell quickly in that market. So, and this is the other thing too. The property taxes are higher over here, right? 3,000, 3,100. Let's see, the George have, I know I'm just going deeper into this, but the George have an exemption. This one's saying yours don't have an exemption either. That's 2021 taxes. But that's a better buy, right? 2022 taxes, so taxes could have went up slightly. But if your taxes are lower than these taxes and a buyer is going to get a homeowner's exemption, that's a better buy because you got lower taxes and it's a brick. You I really do feel like the appraiser may say, yeah, it's worth exactly what you're buying it for, but really, because the appraisers don't really like to go over, but really this property could be worth an extra 10, 15, 20 grand, in my opinion. So, all right. Any questions on comps? Does that all make sense? Any questions?
Yeah, that's where I was stuck at last night once I did all that windowing down. So,
Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, I'm gonna stop my screen share. I'm gonna have you share your screen, and then we're gonna open up Sky Slope so we can write the contract.
okay.
We have Scob, Skobb. Who is that? Come off, Mike. Introduce yourself to the team. Let us know who you are. Skobb. Anybody know who that is?
No.
Somebody jack my Zoom.
Right.
Skobb. Who is that? Who is that? I'm gonna remove you if you don't say nothing. People be jacking my Zooms.
Going once, going twice.
Going once,
Right. You were getting hacked?
going twice, going twice.
He said
That's
it's me, George.
oh, that's George. All right, George, you better say something, bro. I had my finger on the trigger. What's up, George? George is an agent under that Steve brought in, introduced to EXP. So it's good to have you on the call, George. Glad you popped in. Okay. All right. So my audio is messing up. No worries, George. All right. So you're sharing your screen. All right. We're going to create a file. Go ahead and create a file. Everyone should have their sky slope set up. Um, you can pull all your documents. Once you set your sky slope up, make sure that you choose your board. It's going to ask you for your board, and also choose IAR, Illinois Association of Realtors. Choose both of those as your boards because it will pull up documents that you will be using from both of those. Delana, you have, what board are you with?
Uh, Fox Valley, my association, or
Fox Valley. Okay. I think we're going to have to do yours a different way because I don't think it pulls up the 7.0 contract with Fox Valley, but we're going to see. All right. So go ahead. Yep. Buyer. That's who you're representing. Yep. First name of the buyer. All right. Scroll down. Yes, you can import MLS data. Click that button. Type in the MLS number. All right. Yep. You can keep all of that stuff the same. Yep. Scroll down. Would you like to start with one of your templates? No, we're not gonna mess with any of that. I don't even know what that is. NC buyer, North Carolina. Okay, scroll down.
this is it. Do create.
All right, I can't see that button, but go ahead and click that. Yeah, the blue button. For some reason on my screen, it's standard emission. Okay, so we're gonna add some forms. I don't think you have that document. But we got that part set up. Type in 7.0 in the search. I think Rav. It's just Rav doesn't. Yeah. Type in multi, Multi. Okay, sure. So Rav. Okay. Type in purchase. We're gonna end up having to do it a different way. Scroll down and see if there. Exclusive buyer representation, exclusive rights of purchase contract. Those are not it. Okay. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Log in, keep this window open, create another window, and then open up your MLS. For those that have Main Street and um, car, you will be able to populate the 7.0 contract from inside of Sky Slope. Okay, so open up the property again. Yep, open up the property. Okay, okay. You can blow it up.
Okay.
Click additional information. Let's see. You should say right contract. See if you see right contract right there. City. No, it's not giving you the option to write the contract from here. Sometimes it will do that, but don't worry. It's another way to do it. Just try to find an easy way for you. Okay. So while we're here, go ahead and download that radon disclosure and save that to your computer somewhere where you can pull it up. Okay. All right. Let's hit close at the top left.
Out of MLS too.
No, top left, left side over there where it says close.
My other left. Okay.
Yep. All right, so you're gonna see next to the EXP logo, um, MLS search listings, reports, click forms. And then let's do all my fillable state and association forms. All right, we're going to create a new folder. All right, you can do autofill with the MLS. So click in the MLS. Yep, and paste it. Yep. Try it again. It looked like you had spaces in front of it before. There it is. Okay, let's scroll down. Let's start entering buyer info. You don't have to enter all info. Just
Okay.
do buyer name, first and last name, and then the email address. Always put down the buyer's email address because if you don't give individuals way to contact the buyer, if something is needed to be if the buyer needs to be informed by something, but there's no contact information, technically you as the realtor, even if it's a year from now, you as the realtor would be liable to make sure that they get contacted if there's no contact information on the contract. So always put the email address. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, all the company information is there. Scroll down. Okay, you can always do buyer's attorney later, and you can do loan officer later as well if you don't have that information. Um, if you do, you can put the LO. Attorney, I don't worry about that right away because attorney can be gotten after the deal is under contract. But
Okay.
the lender info, I do like to put the lender info um, just so it's on the contract. But you will be sending a pre-approval letter along with the offer. But yeah, if you want to put down first name, last name, and then a phone number, for a phone number or email address.
Okay. And so I'm putting in Tisha's information, right?
Yep, she's
Writing
the
back.
yep.
Okay.
So first name, last name, um, email, phone number.
What is Tisha's? Is it Letitia Griffith?
Yeah, I think so. LETICIA, I believe. That's yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Her email. Sorry, I'm looking for her.
Just go back to the pre-approval email and then you'll find the email there. Should be able to search Brighton or search Griffin or something like that, and it should just pop up.
Here it is. Sorry. Okay.
All right, perfect. Let's hit continue down at the bottom. Okay, now you need to add a document. So let's scroll down and look for 7.0, the multi-board in the M section. That is the one. Click the check mark. Scroll back up to the top. Add form. Now I want to ask you this. Have you discussed or has the client said, hey, I want to offer a certain amount or anything of that nature?
No, she hasn't.
Okay. Does your client need a seller credit? Do you know if they need a seller credit? Do they need any money back in order to have enough money to come to closing on this deal?
Yes.
How much do they need back?
5,100.
5,100 on an FHA loan is priced at 142. How much seller credit? Can anybody tell me how much seller credit somebody can get back on a FHA?
6%.
6%. So on 142,000, she can get up to 8,500, 8,520, 8,520. So 5,100 is doable. Okay. So what I would suggest, right? Because she wants to lock the house up. Is price right? I wouldn't say go too greedy, right?
Okay.
What I would say is come in 5,100 underneath price and ask for the 5,100. So basically you're asking for 10,200 off the deal. That makes sense? If you ask for 5,100 below the price and ask for 5,100 in the seller credit, you're basically asking for $10,200 off. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, likely they're going to say no. The goal is that you want them to say, hey, we'll do full price with 5,100 back. And then everybody accepts. Quick negotiation, boom, everybody wins, right? And move on with the deal. That's what I would say in this situation because I already feel like it's really priced undervalued. Okay. But because you haven't spoke with the client yet, we are going to leave those sections blank. We are going to leave the price blank. We're going to leave the price blank, and we are going to leave the seller credit blank for now. Okay.
Okay.
Hey Z, I would say too, just call and make sure ain't nobody put in a contract from the time you all seen it until the time you put in the offer.
Yeah, I mean that's true as
Cause
well.
yeah,
Yeah, we gonna focus on getting this done. Either way it go, you need to get the offer in because if another offer comes in, it's gonna be a multiple offer situation anyway,
right,
right?
right.
So,
Well, the listing agent reached out to me this morning and asked me, did we think we were going to make an offer that the seller was motivated to get the
okay,
property closed?
okay, all right, good. So either way it go, we're gonna leave that blank for now.
Okay.
All right. All right, so seller line, you're gonna leave blank. I'm not gonna go through the whole contract line by line. We're just gonna go through um what you have to insert. All right.
Okay.
So line 10, you want to check the box that says single family detached. Okay. Scroll down to the section where things are included. Refrigerator, oven, stove. There was no microwave. Was there a dishwasher?
No.
And- Okay, no dishwasher. Garbage disposal, trash compactor. We saw a washer and dryer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and check those. Water heater. Okay. Did they say anything about a sump pump? Do you know of a sump pump?
No, she didn't say anything about a sub pump.
Okay, central air. All right, we got that checked. Was there carpet in there?
No.
Okay. Existing storms and screens. Go ahead and click that. Was there a ceiling fan? Do you remember?
No.
Okay. Lights and fixtures. Go ahead and click that. Built-in and attached shelving. Click that. Okay, what else we got? Next row, smoke detectors, carbon monoxide. Okay, no garage door, outdoor shed, Planet vegetation, go ahead and click that. Go back over to your ML. You are on your MLS. All right, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Okay, it's gonna stop your screen share. I'm going back over here to the MLS. Why am I going back to the MLS? Because I want to check this section down here to see if there's anything down here that was added. Any of this section that was added that we didn't see that they might have listed on here, or maybe there were some appliances not in the house, but they listed the appliances, right? This is another place to look. Another thing that I do is I go over here back to the pictures just in case, so I can look. If I don't remember, was there carpet? Was there a ceiling fan? And I just didn't notice it, right? So I'll recheck the pictures, and then also I'm checking for carpet. I'm checking for anything that I might have missed, ceiling fans, etc. Okay, I'm gonna stop my screen share so you can restart your screen share. I didn't want you to go away from that screen because you were already in the MLS.
Okay.
All right, let's keep scrolling. Okay, let's go 40, 41. We're gonna leave that 36 and 41. We're gonna leave blank.
Okay.
Earnest money. I would say go ahead and put in there $1,000. Earnest money. Okay, that's a standard. And then on that same line, you want to put 3 days. Just put 3. Yep. All right, let's scroll down. All right, line 45. I don't think they mentioned who would hold the earnest money. I'm gonna share my screen again just to see if it said anything down here in the broker
I
remarks.
believe it was this.
Okay, nothing here as far as sending it over to. Go ahead, share your screen as far as their brokerage holding it. So what we're gonna do is just click otherwise agreed, as otherwise agreed for now. Okay, closing date. Typically want your closing date to be about 30 days out from today. Okay. If you need an extension, they'll likely grant you an extension. You see how long the other one was under contract? 2 months. They'll
Right.
likely grant you an extension. But I don't like to put 45 days. I like to make the offer as strong as possible. And I put 30 days down. Okay. So let's do 30 days from today's date. Just make sure it's not on a Saturday or a Sunday.
So I'll type in May, right?
Yep. Type in the word May. Yep.
And the 22nd. Well, this
Today is the 24th. Today is the 24th.
so May 24th.
Yep, which is a Friday.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's scroll down. Line 56, we will have initials there. Line 60, it's an FHA loan. Go ahead and click FHA. Okay. Line 61, she's putting down 3.5%. So that's going to be 96.5, not right there in the box next to it. Line 62, her approximate interest rate was about a 6.9 or something like that.
It was a 7%.
Okay, let's go ahead and put 7 right there.
Okay.
Okay, and then 63, we're gonna do 30 years. And then the next line, I always just put 0 right there. That's not for me to dictate what the client is gonna pay if there's discount points or whatever. I let the lenders handle that. I put 0. Okay, let's scroll down. Let's keep scrolling. You can really write a contract in like 5 minutes. Okay, it's pretty easy to write it. It takes longer to understand what's in it. Okay, so as far as the radon, now we did see the radon. Well, we did download the radon, right? Let's just open it up. Go to your radon, the radon file that you opened up. Just see what it said. It was weird that they didn't download or upload anything else. Let's just see what it says. Okay, seller has, look at this. They didn't even fill this thing out right. Seller has provided, recommended, has no records. Seller has provided purchase most current records. Seller's radon present in the dwelling. Does this, maybe they, no, because they're saying they have provided it. Scroll down. This is something we're gonna want to ask about.
Okay.
Do they has no knowledge of elevators? See, they shouldn't have filled all of this out. So now it's confusing. Does this property have signs of radon, or does it not? Right? They shouldn't have all of those initial. Okay. So right now, going back to your contract, okay, just do for the first for 111, um has not. 112 has, because you're going to provide that pamphlet. Next one has not. 114 has. You're going to provide the testing guidelines. And then 114 has not. Okay, because we still got to get clarification on that radon. All right. And this just protects your client to say, hey, I haven't received anything. I don't know. I'm not getting into the contract knowing that it has radon. It's confusing. Okay. Let's scroll down. Right there, 122, right? Let's do because I know taxes is increasing, right? Let's do 110%. They might negotiate that back down to 105. It's not a big difference, but shoot for more, because I know taxes are increasing out there. Okay. Not applicable, it's not a condo. Okay, let's keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep going. See it. Now right there, right there. See, we skip a lot of stuff when we write the contract. I want you to click are not, is not for these. Okay, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep going. You don't have any properties to sell. Your client doesn't have any properties to sell, right?
No.
Okay, keep going. All right. We're not going to do anything with home warranty right now. I want you to negotiate this deal, get it under contract, see what comes back as far as repairs, and then the negotiation might go into repairs and then home warranty at that point. I don't like negotiating home warranty up front unless they say they're giving one up front, because sometimes they'll come back and say, well, we already gave you a home warranty, and they'll use that against you, right?
Okay.
So I don't like negotiating that up front. Okay, just my opinion. But keep scrolling. It's not an as-is property. There's no attachments. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, we're at the end of the contract. So I want you to save this contract. Go ahead and click save. All right. And then I want you to hit preview. And then you're going to download this contract. Now, normally, if it's in SkySlope, you wouldn't have to do these extra steps. All the initials will populate and everything. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way around this one with the RAV situation. I did send a message to SkySlope letting them know that it's not in there, but okay. Let's go back to your SkySlope. All right. So let's go click on the address at the top left. Let's add forms. Oh, I'm sorry. Click back at the address tab left. You're going to upload documents because you downloaded it to your computer. Add forms as if you were pulling it already from the forms that were in the system. Okay. All right. You're going to click on the contract. All right. So if you scroll down, you'll see everything that you put in is there already. But we still need to add price, and we need to add the seller credit. Now, this is where you would, okay, not this screen. I can't see the blue button at the bottom. What does that say?
Prepare signatures.
Yeah, go ahead and click prepare signatures. Okay, so you're gonna see here, your client needs to sign. You don't need to sign anything. The seller agent does not need to sign anything at this point. So go ahead and click next. Okay. Now this is where you'll be able to do the drag and drop. All right. So for instance, click the X mark on that banner where it says your free access is coming to an end. You have 15 days remaining. Okay. All right, that's out of the way. Now you can see everything, the signatures, initials, all of that. Okay. So scroll down a little bit, scroll down to the where the price goes. All right. Now you're gonna do a text box, right? So do a text field at the top, text field, and then you're gonna hover right there. Boom. Then you're gonna drop it right there, and then that's where you would type in what you want the text to say. Um, Click that little arrow next to it, because it looks like is it a
This one?
sign? Yeah, click that. Okay. All right. No, you can click it again. Okay. It looks like it's already signed to Sharonda because she's the only one that's there. It's a read only field. Okay. And then you can type inside of that box, or you can type over there in the left where it says text. Right.
Okay.
And you would put the price right there. All right.
Okay.
Now click the X and where it says editing one block. Okay, that's how you get off of that. Okay.
Okay.
Create another text box for the seller credit for line 41. Yep, drag it. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
And then click the X at the editing one block. Okay, because you're gonna come back and fill those in. Click initials at the top.
Oh.
Yep. And then where it says buyer initial at the bottom of the page.
Okay.
Yep,
Here.
click right there. Okay, her initials are there. All right, now you can scroll. Okay, we got to put her initials on 56, line 56.
Line 56, sorry.
So right there, line 56,
Okay.
right there. Yep. Okay, scroll to the bottom of this page. All right, initials right there. All right, scroll some more. Bottom of this page. All right, scroll some more. Bottom of this page. All right, keep scrolling. Bottom of the page. Okay, bottom of the page. Okay, bottom of the page, but also scroll up a little bit. This is really just the seller section, but I still have my buyer initial on this, so they are fully aware of this section. Okay, so I still do initials to say my buyer is looking for these things right here. Okay, and this is because it puts timestamps on it too. Okay, so I have them initial those areas, but I'm going to review this entire contract once I get this contract back and signed by the seller. Okay, but I want everybody aware of everything. All right, scroll down, bottom of the page. Yep, bottom of the page. Yep. All right, bottom of the page, because you're not doing anything with the home warranty or as is. Bottom of the page. Okay, now you're gonna have to click signature at the top. All right, just pick one of those. Just finish. It's good. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Go back. Uh, click the tab next to it.
This one?
The tab. Yeah, click that. Go back to DigiSign. Um, well, I know you got to pay $35 a year. What one more? Not too late. DigiSign unlock the bill. I'm trying to scroll down a little bit. I thought you had the trial on this though. Click, click the back button. I hope we don't lose it. Yeah, there you go. Go back. I didn't even see that. All right. Go back into the file. Yeah. Yep. Click the contract. Okay. Let's see if it kept everything. And it did not. Go back to the address. Just exit. Just exit.
Mm.
Okay. Go to envelopes right next to the word forms. Okay. See if you can open that draft.
This one.
Whichever one is the most recent. Yeah, try that first. Try the second one. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's just, yeah, try the second one.
Okay, it's
Cool.
here.
Okay. So scroll all the way to the last page. All right. All right. Click date. See if it at least lets you do the date. I think it just won't let you do the signature. Now, right there on line 518, drop the date right there. Yep. And she can fill out that date. Now you can't do the signature, so you need her to do the unless you make the payment, right? Because $35 a year to use Sky Slope. Now you'll need the signature on line 520, and
Okay.
then you'll need the price, and then you'll need the seller credit on the first page. Once you've gotten the purchase price, once you've gotten the seller credit that she wants, well, we know it's 5,100, right? You can
Right.
insert those things there, right? You probably can even go up there and put 5,100 in right now because we know we need 5,100. We're just
Okay.
trying to figure out what we're going to put as the price. So go ahead and insert the 5,100 for the seller credit. 41. Yep. All right. All right. Perfect. So now you just need two things. One, the purchase price, and one, pay the $35 for a year. So now you can use DigiSign or the whole year.
Okay.
But other than that, that's it. And then once you got that, you can insert that information, and then you'll be able to send it to your client for them to sign. They check their email, they sign everything. And then once you send the signed offer over to the listing agent, you also send the pre-approval letter with it. So you send
Okay.
this contract and you send the pre-approval letter and you email it to them. And then you also text or call them and say, hey, please check your email. I just sent you over an offer on your property. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
No.
All right, perfect. Anybody got any questions?
No questions.
Okay, cool, cool. Well,
This George, I'd like to talk to you later when you're done.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just shoot me a message. Me, you, and Steve in the group together. Shoot me a message
Okay.
there.